of the day. And to do that, I have an esteemed panel of experts. My job becomes easy because I don't have to do, thankfully, too much of the talking. I just will ask the questions and throw some cues around, and I will leave it to the experts to come in with their views. I think this is how we're going to do it. I'm not going to formally introduce each one of you because I think you have a handbook which have all the details. So it saves the time for meaningful discussion rather than reading out the intros. I think what we're going to do is let's just make it free-flowing. For the first, each of our speakers will probably share their perspective on the theme for the first 3-4 minutes, and then we will amongst ourselves queue on some questions and then deliver it amongst ourselves and then throw it open for questions amongst you. So Aditya, would you start today's discussion?
Sure, thanks. All right, when I think about this subject, I think it's really far-reaching. It connects literally to everything, everyone, including our kids. But if I kind of step back a little and really focus on the future of employment, I think future of employment at the heart of it has two aspects, two broad aspects to it. One is the future of work. Where is work heading and what does that really mean? And the future of organization. Where are organizations heading and what does that mean? And I think both of these will have quite a significant impact in the way the employment scenario really kind of shapes up. So, I've been told that it's a 3-minute brief, so I shall stick to it. When I think about future of organization, I think most of us look at organizations as that pyramid where you have top management who takes broad strategic decisions, and the middle level organization which is highly skilled and manages a large chunk of people, and the lower part of the organization which is executing. Now, over the last 10 or 15 years, what we've seen is the lowest part of the organization is shifting. We've got that trimmed out, either it's got outsourced or that size has shrunk. And as the shrinking has happened, a lot of the work has started to get automated, started to kind of get outsourced. And as we go along, that pool is going to reduce, it's going to get sharper still. But what's happening out here in this space, and we're already seeing that in our organizations, is that's not restricted to that level anymore. It's getting more, it's moving to the middle levels also. So I can see a trend where an organization stops being a pyramid, but becomes more of a linear verticalized organization rather than a pyramid. And what does that really mean in terms of skilling, growth? All of these become quite an important bits that we've traditionally thought of as employment will change. So that's on the organization. In terms of work, I think we're going to have a lot of discussion and debate in terms of what's going to happen in terms of the future of work. But let me kind of leave you with one thought, and I don't want to be a doomsday predictor because a lot of us will be. But if you kind of just step back and think about ERP, how many of you in your organizations have a full-fledged ERP that connects everything? Just can I have a show of hands? Anybody with an ERP in your organization? Okay, I can see one person. Okay, I was expecting a few more hands though. So what ERP has been here for the last 30 years. But even now we are seeing organizations put some form of enterprise planning, resource planning technology in place. And what I was trying to get at is, while we may have a lot of robotics, automation and all of that stuff, from the time you have that in place to the time it kind of finally becomes commercial, to the time finally it becomes commercially viable in an environment like in India, the time horizon is quite large, and that's an opportunity for companies in India to kind of use quite dramatically. So, don't want to be a doomsday predictor out here. I think eventually we will have machines that will get brighter and smarter than us in 40, 50 years. No questions about that. But what does that mean for employment? The nature of employment is going to change.
Good morning, all of you. I think Aditya has rightly mentioned that nature of jobs that would change. The way I would look at it is primarily in the next few years. I mean, that phenomena is already started taking shape. But there would be three kind of words which would exist at workplaces. I mean, for ease of understanding, we can classify that ways. One would be, I'm naming that as blue world, wherein all the large corporations would be existing, and role of HR and would be in those environments, typically performance or matrix driven. So typically blue word would be is a classification which is for corporates who are working with an intent of making profits, and all the large corporations would exist in that cluster. Then there would be another cluster which has started evolving with the advent of internet, and that's orange word is what I would like to classify, wherein there would be a lot of collaboration, lot of specialized skills related companies, small companies would exist in that space. And there's another sector which would flourish in next 5 years or 10 years, and that would be, I would call it green world, wherein there would be a lot of job opportunities, a lot of employment opportunities in the areas like climate change, coordinate sustainability, and CSR related initiatives. Typically, in these kind of sectors, those kind of companies who have an objective of taking care of people and societies would exist. So if we look at a typical scenario wherein automation, digitization, and urbanization would take off jobs from people and provide an opportunity for reskilling, skilling, and leadership development platforms, these kind of industries would flourish a lot. And that's how I guess society has transformed with each change. So change is something which would bring a lot of positive things also in the society for people. And I think I would like to hand over this to now.
Thiru, you want to take on? We have a presentation from Thiru. Could you just set it up, please?
Usually, panel discussion doesn't involve presentation. I learned historical changes are happening, so we have to make it fast. So I will not spend much of the time. So let's go to the next slide. So probably by 2020, you will not be sitting here, and we will be addressing robots.
Yeah.
Next. Again, I am not going to deal with this much. Artificial intelligence, then freeze on hiring. You and I are going to get a single-digit wage salary increase this year. This is going to be the reality. Next. Big data. Big data, accessibility, infrastructure, digital divide. Again, every conference, every consultant will be talking to us. And what Jack has to say, yes, they are going to go through a lot of pain in the next couple of decades. So what is World Economic Forum says about top 10 skills that we all need to acquire? Irrespective of any industry, we need to acquire this particular 5, 6 or about 10 skills. I'm going to talk about only 3-4 minutes left. I'm going to talk about only one thing out of this 10 which will make all the difference, is that cognitive flexibility. If we develop as an organization, as an individual, if we develop cognitive flexibility, this will give you edge over all others to face the challenges of the future. And a little bit on my own company, it's a 100-year-old company. In the last 2 years, how we made a little bit of directional change towards what is going to happen in the future. Because I strongly believe all these changes which are happening beyond your control, you have to live with the change. So again, going back to 15 years, 20 years back when I read the book of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, what is under your control? If you have to influence that, then you can influence what is the area of concern also. So what I did in JKO, it's an old organization and it is applicable for every new company also. Agility is very, very important. So what we did for agility, we have regular every year conferences and so on. So the year before last we said agility questionnaire we sent to the organization. So in these 4 quadrants, we felt where we stand. So surprisingly for me, 16 out of 19 JKO companies are very strong in this agility. That is why probably we have survived for more than 100 years and we are going to survive more also. So what we did, how to involve young people in the name of agility. See, you have a data, you have levers, and then we told them that let us add innovation and agility as a theme, and across businesses we gave this theme. They formed a cross-functional team and then they came and made a presentation how they will be impacting the businesses in this particular area of innovation and agility. And this is about, I don't want to explain in this, whether you are putting a chip in the tire, whether you are going to have a digital place, ATM for paper, whether you are modifying the seed for low consumption of water, whether you are modifying the seed for additional zinc. This is the kind of innovation that our young people did for our company. So this is some of the snapshots. And this is what I was talking about, the water consumption for the seed and all that. Then we also use the HR conference for making leading change. As HR professionals, if you don't lead change, nobody is going to help us. You will be out of job. So what I did in HR conference, leading change was the key theme. Then we invited so many people and then I'm not going to spend time. What was important was that various sub-themes were formed and then we had the HR people go and study outside. So external in perspective was important rather than feeling goody-goody about our internal. So next year,